Today, we are diving deep, right to the very edge of theoretical physics, to talk about the most mysterious and powerful objects in the entire universe. We're going to ask a question that sounds like it was ripped straight from the pages of a sci-fi novel. Seriously, just think about that for a second. What if the most destructive force we know of isn't an end, but a gateway? A cosmic doorway to somewhere else? That's the mind-bending idea we're digging into. It's a journey that's going to take us from solid, accepted science to the absolute wildest frontiers of cosmic speculation. So where in the world does an idea this crazy even come from? Well, beyond that terrifying reputation black holes have, some physicists have started to wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's a profound secret hiding right past that point of no return. You know the image, right? These giant, menacing whirlpools in space that just devour everything. Stars, planets, even light itself. The idea is that once you cross that line, the event horizon, that's it. There is no coming back. But is that really the whole story? Okay, before we jump straight through a portal, we have to get grounded in the real-world physics of it all. To really get a handle on this new theory, we need a quick refresher on what scientists agree a black hole is right now.
Right at the heart of every black hole is this thing called a singularity. I want you to try and imagine the entire mass of a giant star crushed down into a single point with literally zero size. It's a place where gravity becomes infinitely strong and all of our rules for how the universe works, they just stop. They break down completely. It is a total mystery. So how are these cosmic monsters even born? Well, it all starts with a star, a really big one, many times bigger than our own sun. When that star runs out of fuel, it can't fight against its own massive gravity anymore. The core just collapses in on itself, catastrophically, creating a gravitational pull so unbelievably strong that it literally punches a hole in the fabric of space-time itself. Okay, so we've got this point where physics just gives up. And that is where things start to get really interesting. Some theorists, and this idea actually traces all the way back to Einstein himself, they started to wonder, what if this breakdown isn't an end? What if it's a transition? And that leads us to the Einstein-Rosen bridge, or as you probably know it, a wormhole. And this right here, this is the question that changes everything. It flips the entire concept of a black hole on its head. Instead of seeing that singularity as some kind of cosmic dead end, this theory reimagines it as a potential bridge, a tunnel connecting our universe to, well, somewhere else entirely. So think of it this way. A black hole, as we know it, is a one-way street. Everything checks in, but nothing ever checks out. A wormhole, at least in theory, is totally different. It's like a shortcut through space-time. So instead of falling into something, you'd be passing through it, connecting two really distant points in our universe, or maybe even connecting to a whole other universe. And that, of course, brings us to the most thrilling part of this whole idea. Let's just go with it for a minute. If a black hole really is a portal, what would be waiting for us on the other side? I mean, the possibilities are just staggering. Could you pop out into a reality where gravity works backwards, or where the speed of light is just a suggestion? A place so fundamentally alien that our brains couldn't even begin to process it? It's possible. Or what if you found a universe that was shockingly similar to ours, like a cosmic twin? A place with its own galaxies, its own stars, and maybe, just maybe, its own version of you living out a totally different life. And here is the most profound possibility of all. Some theories actually suggest that every time a black hole forms in our universe, that singularity on the inside kind of bounces and creates a brand new Big Bang on the other side. If that's true, it would mean black holes are the engines of creation, constantly birthing new universes. Okay, deep breaths. That is a wild, incredible idea. But now we have to pull ourselves back from the edge of science fiction and get back to the facts. Because as fascinating as all this is, the portal theory faces enormous, and I mean enormous, scientific hurdles. There are pretty much four huge roadblocks. First, the gravity. The forces are so intense they would stretch any object into a thin stream of atoms, a process with the terrifyingly accurate name spaghettification. So yeah, not a pleasant trip. Second, there's something called the information paradox. A basic law of physics says information can't be destroyed, but black holes seem to just make it disappear. Where does it go? Third, to be stable, a wormhole would need to be propped open by something called exotic matter, which has negative mass, something we've never seen and aren't even sure can exist. And finally, the biggest hurdle of all, there is zero, and I mean zero, observational evidence that any of this is real.
It's a beautiful theory, it's elegant, and it pushes our imagination to its absolute limits. But until we find some hard evidence, or until we have a massive breakthrough in physics, it's gotta stay in the what-if column. It's a fascinating puzzle that maybe, one day, future generations will be able to solve. Ultimately, this whole idea forces us to ask a really fundamental question. Are black holes just cosmic graveyards, the final destructive end for matter and energy? Or could they be something more? Something incredible, like the seeds of new creation? For now, all we can do is look up at the stars and wonder.